Some of us animals are blessed with a unique ability to camouflage ourselves so that we blend into our surroundings. We can do this in different ways, depending on our features. For us snow leopards, we use our fur to achieve this, and we are so good at it that we have been given the nickname Ghost of the Mountain. We love to live on cliffs, ravines, and rocky outcrops, as these are the environments that we blend into the easiest. In fact, there are photos online showing mountainous cliffs, where upon first glance and even after much contemplation, many people can't see my snow leopard friends and kin who are actually in the photos. When you view them, are you able to see them? This is an impressive ability, even if I do say so myself. Our fur changes color according to the season, so that we can blend into the snow with the white coat in winter and then blend into rocky outcrops in the warmer months. Although we have this remarkable ability, we still admire other animals who can camouflage themselves to match their homes. The eastern screech owls are gifted with the ability to blend almost seamlessly with the trees that they live in. The owls do this by using their feathers to blend into the patterns, textures, and colors of the bark of trees. Our human friends even have a name for it: cryptic coloration. The South American potu birds also camouflage themselves to match the trees they live in. These birds actually sit very still, perch on tree branches for long periods of time. Their camouflage strategy is very clever. Not only do their brown and gray feathers blend into the tree bark, but their behavior also mimics the tree itself as they sit so still, perched on branches with an upright pose that makes them look like an actual tree branch. Potu birds' parents use this motionless camouflage as they take turns incubating their egg. I was also surprised to learn that these talented birds also sleep in this position. Wow, I could never sleep like that. I also admire insects who camouflage so well that you would think they weren't there at all. Peppered moths are very skilled at blending into their environment. These moths are found in Europe and North America. When the peppered moths are still wee caterpillars, they change their color to match the sticks or branches that they crawl along. While that is impressive all on its own, it has been discovered that these caterpillars can still change the color of their body to match a stick even when they can't actually see its color. So it seems that they don't need to rely on sight to detect the color of the surface they are resting on. Isn't that a special gift to have? Once the caterpillar becomes a moth, their speckled wings then match the coloring of the trees that they perch on. There is also a very captivating butterfly called the Indian oak leaf that is found throughout Asia. Watching them as they open and close their wings is such an enthralling activity. When their wings are spread wide, they reveal bright colors. Yet when they hold their wings together, the butterflies suddenly resemble a dried or browned leaf. For this reason, they are often called dead leaf butterflies. Their resemblance to a leaf is extraordinary, from their shape to their colors and patterns. Even more incredible is these very skilled butterflies make their wings match the real leaves of that season. During the wet season, they take on more of a mottled leaf look, similar to a dried leaf that has sat on a damp forest floor for some time. While in the dry season, they look exactly like a dried leaf that has fallen from a tree. Flower spiders or crab spiders can also change their color to match their surroundings. Flower spiders live in a range of climates, and they can be found on flowers, trees, leaves, and grass. Changing the color of their bodies is a process that can take many days. These insects can change their body color to match flowers with yellow, white, and pink hues. I have always wondered how they are able to change their color in this way. The Malaysian orchid mantises also camouflage themselves by blending in with flowers. The poses, shapes, and colors of these beautiful insects mimic those of an orchid flower, and their four legs often look like flower petals. They are able to change their color to beautiful shades of white, pink, and brown. The mantises also shed their skin, and after they have shed it a few times, they begin to resemble their environment even more. So far, we've explored how various land animals and insects camouflage themselves, but what about animals that live in and around the water? There are some very exotic animals that can blend into their aquatic environments in very clever ways. Let's start at the edge of the water before we dive in. There are various frogs who live at the water's edge and on the surface of the water who mimic their surroundings in order to blend in. The Vietnamese mossy frogs like to make their homes in mossy caves and near streams. Due to their green color, black spots, and the uneven texture of their skin, they look very similar to a clump of green moss. These frogs like to hang out in natural crevices where they sit very still, only peeping over the water's surface with their eyes. They also enjoy spending time under rocks and plants that float in the water. When they sit very still, they really do look like moss that has clumped together near the water's surface or around the rocks. In the vast oceans of the world, there are many species of octopuses. These extremely intelligent marine friends are experts when it comes to camouflage, so I'm not surprised that they have been called the chameleons of the sea. Not only can they change the color of their skin, but they can do it almost instantaneously. They have special cells called chromatophores below their skin that help them to change color, especially between red, yellow, orange, brown, and black shades. Furthermore, octopuses can also even change the texture of their skin to blend in with corals, rocks, sand, and other parts of their underwater homes. Octopuses have also been reported to wrap themselves in lots of shells to make themselves disappear in their underwater environment. Another ocean species that excels at camouflage is the pygmy seahorse, which lives among a type of coral known as a sea fan. There are approximately 8 species of pygmy seahorses, and most are about 2.5 centimeters in height or less. Scientists think that there could be many other types of pygmy seahorse that haven't been discovered yet because, like their friends, the octopuses, they also blend so seamlessly into their underwater homes. As I've mentioned, the seahorses rest and roam around the sea fans, and the texture of their body, the tubercles, and the patterns on their surface are so incredibly similar to the sea fans themselves that it is highly likely that you wouldn't easily spot them either. I'm fascinated by these tiny marine beings and find them so beautiful and enchanting to behold. I wonder if they feel the same way about land animals such as me. Going down to the very bottom of the seafloor now, the stonefish have a reputation for being unobservable in their environment. They like to live in coral and rocky reefs, and they can even have algae growing on them, which makes them blend into their environment even more. The texture of their skin is also similar to the bottom of the sea, with a textured, blotchy skin color and uneven protrusions that many animals, including humans, mistake for part of the ocean floor or a moss-covered stone. We animals are masters of disguise. No matter where we live or what we are clothed in, we have many special techniques for blending into our natural environments. Uplifting viewers, we have been honored to have you with us for our program.